Place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. Right now, the Chargers and Browns are getting set for their holiday matchup. And as we approach kickoff, let's send you out live to Cleveland with our announcers, Spiro Dedes and Solomon Wilcots, before they use their Walmart holiday gift cards. Gentlemen.
All right, JB, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from Cleveland. And if you have any last-second shopping needs, go to Walmart. FirstEnergy stadium temperatures in the mid-30s as they are festive and in the holiday spirit as we get you set for the San Diego Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Phillip Rivers leading his Chargers back on the road here in Week 16, looking for their 6th victory of the season, and his counterpart Robert Griffin III set to make his 3rd straight start. Hi, everyone. Happy holidays alongside Solomon Wilcots. I'm Spiro Dedes. Couple of teams playing out the string late in the season, but as always, a lot of evaluations that still have to be made.
Yeah, it's a rare case when both teams are trying to avoid becoming an historical footnote. The Cleveland Browns are trying to avoid an 0-16 season, and the San Diego Chargers are trying to avoid becoming the first team to lose to the Cleveland Browns this season.
Well, the Chargers, a franchise dealing with so much uncertainty. We know the potential stadium relocation for this club, and now potentially a head coaching vacancy. Our Jason Lockenfora reporting earlier on the NFL Today that the team is likely to relieve McCoy of his head coaching duties at season's end. We asked the team for a comment, and they said that no such decision has been made. So, Phillip Rivers continues to deal with all the frustration, the injuries, the mounting losses, 5th in the league, Solomon, despite all that in passing, and we know that the tight ends, again, have factored into the offense.
He has 2 talented players at the tight end position. In fact, the offense goes through them. That, a 14-year veteran, Antonio Gates, just 2 touchdowns shy of tying an NFL record. He is the go-to guy, especially down inside the red zone. Look for him to work the middle portion of the field. And then the talented rookie, Hunter Henry. He's become very pivotal in terms of helping Rivers to turn touchdown possessions into more points because he leads this team with 7 receiving touchdowns. That means they have to be able to play with the defense that is really good at taking the ball away, second most in the NFL this season. In fact, they're the only defense that's had a takeaway in every single game during the regular season. And so they're really good at just possessing the ball and putting the offense on the short field.
Meantime, for the Cleveland Browns, they continue that long search for their elusive first victory of the season as they try to avoid the dubious distinction of becoming only the 2nd team to finish a season 0-16. The major headline for this team right from week 1 has been the revolving door at the quarterback position. Robert Griffin III, whom they signed in the offseason, of course, started the opener, went down with that broken bone in his shoulder. Didn't return until week 14, and then that carousel started to go round and round. Cody Kessler, the rookie, following Josh McCown. We saw a little bit of Kevin Hogan, of course, Terrell Pryor, and even Charlie Whitehurst. One thing, despite all the uncertainty at the quarterback position, Solomon, their running game has been fairly reliable.
I think the Browns have a special dynamic duo at the running back position that creates a full package. Mr. Inside with Isaiah Crowell gives them the power run game. And then Duke Johnson, not only can he slash it off the edges in the running game, he's one of the best receiving running backs in the National Football League. In fact, both running backs combined for over 700 receiving yards, catching the ball out of the backfield. They're going to have to play a huge role in this offense today.
And with that, how about our tools for success presented by Home Depot?
The San Diego Chargers signed former Cleveland Brown wide receiver Travis Benjamin in the offseason as an unrestricted free agent. He can produce big-time pass plays. He's got the speed to get down the field. And then Terrell Pryor, he remains Mr. Everything for the Cleveland Browns. He leads them not only in receptions, but in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns. For San Diego, it's simple. Score early, get turnovers late with that talented defense. And then if you're the Cleveland Browns, you got to have timing and tempo and the quick passing game in order to be effective against this Chargers defense.
Christmas Eve in Cleveland as the fans continue to file into FirstEnergy Stadium. It is an AFC matchup between the San Diego Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. We'll break, come back, starting lineups of the opening kick next. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Have some fun in the sun in El Paso when the Stanford Cardinal take on the North Carolina Tar Heels. The Hyundai Sun Bowl, Friday on CBS. Join host Joel McHale for the People's Choice Awards live, CBS Wednesday, January 18th.
This is what I feel like when I wear regular shoes. Cramped and uncomfortable.
Mr. Long, you've been upgraded.
Which is why I wear Skechers wide fit shoes. It's like first class for your feet. Try Skechers wide fit with air-cooled memory.
Every week is a new box full of fresh, seasonal ingredients and step-by-step recipes so you can make dinner that's stirred, seared, topped, enticed, shared, loved, and delivered to perfectly fit your life. Get a free dinner for two on your first plated night. Visit cookplated.com.
This is what I feel like when I wear regular shoes. Cramped and uncomfortable.
Mr. Long, you've been upgraded.
Which is why I wear Skechers wide fit shoes. It's like first class for your feet. Try Skechers wide fit with air-cooled memory foam.
Yeah, Chevy was great in that.
Who played his wife? Beverly D'Angelo. Juliette Lewis co-starred as a daughter.
Oh, I think it was,
Chris Columbus was the director. Yukon Cornelius. Narwhals really exist. Never stick your tongue on a frozen flagpole. Actually, guys, it was the ghost of Christmas past. Die Hard is considered a Christmas movie.
That's the unlimited effect. Stream your entertainment with unlimited data when you switch to AT&T and have DirecTV. Plus, get the Samsung Galaxy S7 for free.
Oh, that's lovely.
So graceful.
The corkscrew spin, flawless. His signature move, the Flying Dutchman. Poetry in motion.
And there it is, the baby bird.
Breathtaking.
A sumo wrestler figure skating? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Heather saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We are in Cleveland here in Week 16 for the San Diego Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Today's game being broadcast in Spanish where available using the SAP button on your television.
Presenting the Subway Fresh Buds, served to you by Subway Restaurants. Last week in San Diego, Raiders quarterback Derek Carr threw for over 200 yards and a score, while Latavius Murray and number 30 Jalen Richard combined for over 100 yards rushing. On defense, linebacker Bruce Irvin had 2 sacks, and safety Reggie Nelson got the interception that sealed the victory, clinching Oakland's first playoff berth in 14 years.
With the $3.50 sub of the day at Subway, there's never been a better time to try something deliciously different. Because every day of the week, you can now get a featured 6-inch Subway sub for just $3.50. So mix up your lunchtime routine and treat yourself to the endless flavor combinations at Subway. The $3.50 sub of the day. We took an already great lineup and made it even better. A better price, great taste, and no artificial flavors. The $3.50 sub of the day. Only at Subway.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Happy holidays from Cleveland. Temperatures in the upper 30s, expected to drop right around 33, 32 degrees. Slight wind as we are just about ready. Cleveland winning the toss, they defer, and so the Chargers with Mike McCoy will receive. They struggled with injuries, blown leads. Last week, their 7th blown fourth quarter lead this season. And talking about frustration, Hugh Jackson's first year here in Cleveland has been that and then some. 0-14 as they look for their first victory of the season. Have not won a game since late last season, week 15 here, almost a year ago to the day. Cody Parkey on to kick, the third-year kicker out of Auburn. Isaiah Burse will take a knee back of the end zone, and here comes Phillip Rivers, 5th in the league in passing despite all the injuries. Missing his top 2 wide receiving targets, both of them going down early in the season. Of course, Keenan Allen, that ACL in week 1. And he's had to take a lot of chances, Salmon, down the field because of limited resources. In the meantime, the starters in front of him, Chris Hairston will make the start. King Dunlap, that knee injury last week, colliding with his teammate on the offensive line, Travis Benjamin, that 47-yard touchdown catch, and a loss to the Raiders.
And they're also missing Melvin Gordon for the 2nd consecutive week. And they can really use him to run against this Browns defense.
So Kenneth Farrell making a 2nd straight start. Rivers is going to go down the field. Has his man. It's caught. It's Travis Benjamin, the former Cleveland Brown, returning to take on his old team, the former 4th-round pick. It is a pickup of 50 to get the party started.
Why run when you can throw? Remember, Benjamin played here during his first few years in the NFL, came over to the Chargers as an unrestricted free agent. And look, the speed to come back to haunt his former team and beat Joe Hayden on that play. Remember, Hayden's playing with not just 1 injured groin, but 2. He needs surgery in the offseason. I don't even know how he's playing, but Benjamin taking advantage of it.
You see Benjamin's numbers last week was quiet after that touchdown catch in the first half. But a good start here. Play clock down to 1. Handoff is taken by Farrell inside the 20. As he goes right through that Cleveland defense for a pickup of 8, tackled by Ed Reynolds. How about this Browns defense? Emmanuel Ogbah, one of the few bright spots this season. Their team leader with 5.5 sacks. Christian Kirksey, 4th in the league in tackles at 126. And Sama just mentioned Joe Hayden, Pro Bowl alternate, despite dealing with the multiple injuries to a groin. And he will have to have surgery at the end of the season. Give him credit for showing all kinds of toughness. And playing today on 2nd and short. You see them overload to the left. Farrow running right, and another first down for the Chargers to pick up a 4.
And Spiro, you know, just for competitive fairness, all teams have to report injuries. That's just so that it's fair across the National Football League. But you can see the Chargers using that information to their benefit, to their advantage. They understand that Joe Hayden is hobbled by injury. Don't even allow him to get warmed up. You go right at him on the very first play of the game.
Brown showing blitz. Chargers barely able to pick it up. This is Farrell breaking tackles inside the Browns 5. Hard run. A pickup of 9 and a good start for Farrow. Had a couple of fumbles last week, Solomon, including one he lost in the 4th quarter.
Take a look at this. This is going to be Jamie Collins coming here. And so the ball comes out here in the area where he vacates. Look, he blitzes, and so he's supposed to be on the edge. He's not there. How about that? They're going to run the football, but they're designing a run to attack the area vacated by the blitzing Jamie Collins.
Collins, who of course was acquired in that trade with New England prior to week 9. A trade that sent shockwaves around the NFL. 2nd and short. Just outside the 4. Another one-play call to Farrell. This kid whom they like very much, just able to get back to the line of scrimmage. No Melvin Gordon, of course, so Farrell making the 2nd straight start, and you knew he wanted to put those fumbles, Solomon, behind him today as quickly as possible.
He's a young player that's going to get a shot. Melvin Gordon certainly is the future. He's only 3 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season, but we should not be surprised to see the offense for the Chargers be this effective early in the game. How accustomed are they to scoring on the very first possession of the game?
Had that early success last week, trying to pick up where they left off. Rivers among the best rated quarterbacks on opening drives this season in the NFL. From the gun, Rivers throwing near side end zone, and it is incomplete. Intended for Dontrell Inman. Good coverage on the play by Jamar Taylor, the fourth-year man out of Boise State and former Miami Dolphin.
Good protection and time for Phillip Rivers. He just couldn't get separation with the wide receivers. Hayden covering the outside receiver, and then there you see the good coverage by Taylor on the outside against Dontrell Inman.
Our team, of course, mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Simon, you like this decision?
I do, and this is where, to me, you go to one of those tight ends that we talked about, Antonio Gates or Hunter Henry.
So McCoy going forward on 4th and 1. Run play. Farrell, he's got it. It'll be 1st and goal. San Diego from just inside the 1, a pickup of 3 as Farrell tackled by Christian Kirksey.
Oh, you know, I have to think that they should get it to the tight ends, but when you can get your tight ends to block the way that you see here, certainly helps your run game. Remember, this Cleveland Browns defense, they gave up 180 yards rushing last week against the Buffalo Bills, so not surprised they're using the run game to attack this defense.
They play the drive, 1st and goal, play action from Rivers. Has his man, it's Antonio Gates, wide open for the San Diego touchdown.
He's surprised he was that wide open. They were so heavy in terms of the extra linemen on the line of scrimmage that Gates is able to sneak. Look at this. He's able to sneak right there, but look, you've got so many of these linemen, that's where they thought the run play was going to go. They take their eyes off Gates. He's so wide open.
And the former collegiate star at Kent State, about 45 minutes away from where we are here in Cleveland, coming back home and gets the Chargers on the board. And with that touchdown, the 110th of his career, he is now just 1 back of our colleague Tony Gonzalez for the most touchdown catches all time by an NFL tight end. Point after by Lambo is good to make it 7-0. So Mike McCoy rolling the dice on 4th down, and it was all set up on the 50-yard bomb. Rivers to Benjamin. And then Rivers to old reliable Antonio Gates on CBS.
I'm pumped you guys fly to Belize. What about Cancun or Jamaica? Could I swim with dolphins?
Yes to low fares to faraway places. Oh yeah, that's transparency.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. And just for the holidays, get the iPhone 7 free. Hurry, these offers end soon.
We really need to work on our hiding places.
Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are.
What do we do now? Get your son back. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. It's what you do with your fear that matters. You and me, we're gonna get you back.
Phillip Rivers entering today a perfect passer rating on opening drives this season of 158.3. 6 touchdowns, no picks. Been a very good starting team all season.
That's like a machine, right? It's just plug him in, turn him on, and he's able to make plays. And you know where he really does have to perform well today is in the 4th quarter, where the offense and Phillip Rivers has struggled in the 4th quarter of football games, especially on the road.
Josh Lambo on the kick, and Mario Alford, whom they signed the day before their game last week, will handle kickoff and punt return duties today. He was pretty good in this rolled last week. And a nice looking return here to get Cleveland their first possession. Salmon, what are we looking for early?
Oh, this is what we talked about at the top of the game. San Diego Chargers, they follow the script. Score early, get turnovers late on defense. That's how you go on the road and win football games. And right now, with RG3 on the field, the Cleveland offense have to have good timing and tempo in their quick passing game. That's what Hugh Jackson expects from Robert Griffin III.
So here is Griffin, third straight start, fourth of the season. See the long losing streak by Cleveland, 17 straight, dating back to the end of last season. Play action from Griffin on 1st and 10. Underneath passes caught. That's the running back Isaiah Crowell, and now marker thrown, tackled on the play by Damian Square. It's a loss of 4.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask, number 71, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
All right, so it's on Square. Walt Coleman is our referee. So here is Griffin Salmon. Of course, that broken bone in his shoulder in week 1. There was talk that potentially his career was in jeopardy. Ends up returning in week 14 and trying to pick up the pieces.
And after missing 3 months of action, I think what you've seen from Robert in the 2 games since he's been back is a lot of rust. It's going to take some time to shake it off.
After the penalty, a mark just outside the 43. Run play called to Crowell. Just barely able to get back to the line of scrimmage. How about the starters offensively for Hugh Jackson and the Browns? Joe Thomas, incredible franchise record, 10th Pro Bowl that he was selected to this week. Isaiah Crowell, leading rusher for Cleveland for his 2nd straight season, approaching 800 on the season. And there is Thomas, man who they took 3rd overall back in 2007. Future Hall of Famer, adding another notch to what has been an incredible career. Griffin going to the air on 2nd and 9, intended for Pryor. You see the flag come in. Casey Hayward on the coverage. What a matchup, Salmon, between these two.
All right, you know Hayward, he plays tight coverage, and he was on Terrell Pryor in close proximity as the ball arrived.
Pass interference, number 26, defense. Law replaces the spot of the foul, first down.
Now watch, I think Hayward's in great position. I think you've got to let them play because he was stacked on top of the receiver. Remember, as long as he's in that position, there can be contact as long as Hayward doesn't initiate the contact. But in that kind of position, you can touch the receiver as the ball arrives because he was not in that trail technique position. He was stacked on top.
Hayward selected to his first Pro Bowl this week. League leader with 7 interceptions. Turns out to be a 12-yard penalty. So 1st and 10. Griffin buried. It's Damian Square who's been all over the place early in this game. And that is the 32nd sack that Cleveland has allowed in the last 6 games. That's more than 15 teams have allowed the entire season.
Well, Damian Square, watch, look, he's going to come here right in the face of Robert Griffin III. Watch, he'll beat the center and the right guard and comes right in. Cam Irvin turned away from Square so quickly, and Square is a young, promising player on this defensive front for the Chargers.
Hurry, hurry! Take out!
2nd and 18. One play called to Crowell. As we take a look at John Pagano and the San Diego defensive unit. Unit that leads the league in takeaways, 27 entering this one. Joey Bosa, the former Ohio State standout, just over 2 hours from Columbus. Melvin Ingram, their 2nd leading sack man, 7 on the season, trailing Bosa. And Casey Hayward, Pro Bowl bound for the first time in his career. Got the call middle of the week. Called it just such an emotional moment and culmination of what has been a very workmanlike career 4 or 5 years into the league. This is Griffin going to run for it on 3rd and 17. Well short. They needed the 33 of San Diego. A pickup of 11. As Hugh Jackson will send out his... No, not yet.
All right, he can go for it. I mean, what's on the line here is their first win of the season. And I think you can go in and go for it. And let's face it, they're still trying to evaluate a lot of these young players, including the quarterback, Robert Griffin III.
So Jackson hears the groans, and he'll keep his offense onto the field. So 4th and 6. Griffin asking the fans to quiet down here. Griffin has time, delivers, wobbly pass, it's caught. That's the tight end, Gary Barnage, a pickup of 10. First down, Cleveland.
Well, Barnage does a really good job. He gets open, and he's working the middle portion of the football field. There you see him line to the right side, and watch him turn out to the right. He shoves off the defender, gets separation. Good throw from Robert. Good catch by Barnage, who's been struggling as of late. Had a tremendous season 1 year ago. Struggled so far in 2016.
Barnage, a Pro Bowler last season, tied Ozzie Newsome's franchise record with 9 touchdown catches by a tight end. Griffin showing that great mobility that we saw early in his career. A pickup of 5 on the scramble. Tuesday on CBS, celebrate the best of the best with your favorite stars on one stage for one spectacular event. The Kennedy Center Honors Tuesday, 9/8 Central, only CBS. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. From Cleveland, 2nd and 5, opening possession of the day for the Browns. With San Diego in front, 7-0.
We're good. Hurry!
7th play of the drive. Griffin play action, fakes the handoff, slinging it far side of the field, incomplete. And those two, Solomon, are going to be battling all day. Pryor against Hayward.
Hey, Hayward is one of the top corners in this league. He's had a phenomenal season. Watch the break on this ball. Look at him jam that foot in the ground and drive on that ball to break it up to keep Terrell Pryor from making that catch. That was just excellent coverage, better coverage than it was in terms of the timing between the receiver and his quarterback.
Former 2nd-round pick of the Green Bay Packers is Hayward. Pro Football Focus has him as the 3rd highest graded cornerback in the NFL. He has had a spectacular season. Griffin from the gun on 3rd and 5. Throw over the middle. It's caught. That's Barnage again inside the 20, and that will be enough for another Cleveland first down. A pickup of 6.
Well, this is what Hugh Jackson wants from Robert Griffin III. That foot hits the ground on that back drop. And look, ball out when Barnage hits the middle of the football field in between the hashes. He was working between coverage. Watch, as soon as that back foot hits, he's getting 2 hitches, and then the ball's got to come out. It's either throw or go for Robert Griffin III. You don't want to get caught holding the football. You either throw it or take off and run with it.
Duke Johnson on the field. Flanks Griffin, takes the handoff on 1st down. Johnson trying to get downhill, the Miami native. Over 300 yards rushing on the season. He's been much more effective as a receiver. Saw him out of the backfield at just under 500 yards on the campaign.
Hugh Jackson, as you take a look at him, they're evaluating every single player on this roster in these final 2 games, but I think they're very important for the growth and the development and even the career of Robert Griffin III. What he does in games like this the next week against Pittsburgh is going to determine his future in the NFL.
Griffin fakes the handoff on 2nd and 7. That pass nearly picked off the hands of Jaleel Adai, the safety. And now a flag is thrown behind the line of scrimmage, right around the area where Griffin was hit.
Personal foul, rubbing the passer, number 52, defense. Put the quarterback up, stuffed him into the ground with all his weight. First down.
That's Denzel Perryman, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Miami. A very costly penalty against the Chargers.
I mean, when you play against a quarterback that you know has not been able to stay healthy, you want to get hits on. But you got to do it the right way. And you certainly can't lead with the helmet, and you can't dump them and drive them into the ground after the ball has been thrown. They're going to call that every single time. But Robert's got to be able to bounce back from those hits. We talked to him about it, Spiro. And now you see he stays in the game looking for points.
You see the penalties against this San Diego defense on this drive alone. 1st and goal, run play. Crowell into the end zone for the Browns. Touchdown.
This is good blocking. Watch here. Blocks here, blocks here. And then the fullback, the kick out by Vitale, and then that's where the seam occurs. Look at this kick out block by the fullback. And then we talked about Isaiah Crowell being Mr. Inside, the power of the run-off tackle to drive this ball into the end zone. An impressive drive in the early going by the Cleveland Browns. I think fueled by their offensive line and good decision-making by the quarterback, Robert Griffin III.
For the Browns, their first offensive touchdown in 7 games. They had scored a total of 6 first-quarter points over the last 6 weeks. Cody Parkey's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Crowell with the 8-yard sprint for 6.
The full line of Ram ProMaster work vans offer better fuel economy, upfits tailored to fit your business, greater cargo capacity, and easier access to your workspace. Ram ProMaster and ProMaster City let you maximize every hour, minute, and second even more effectively. During commercial van season, competitive commercial owners or lessees are eligible for these incentives on the 2016 Ram ProMaster.
Your phone has been there for you. It's captured your memories, your best and worst days, your whole life, all from the palm of your hand.
But forget that whole piece of garbage because you just got a brand new phone and it's got everything except
Your photos. Ugh. So get the Google Photos app and all the photos on your old phone will be on your new phone automatically. Happier holidays from Google Photos.
CBS Tuesday. Celebrate all-time greats Al Pacino, James Taylor, Mavis Staples, Martha Argerich, and superband The Eagles. One night, one stage, one sensational show. Join all your favorite stars. Stephen Colbert hosts the Kennedy Center Honors. CBS Tuesday.
Well, the Browns haven't scored many first-quarter touchdowns of late. They do get a lot of help, Solomon, from that San Diego defense.
Yeah, the 2 penalties or 3 penalties led to 36 yards, which aided that opening drive by the Cleveland Browns. The offense had 36 yards also. 8 yards passing from their quarterback, but really good execution in the run game for the Browns.
Cody Parkey on to boot it away, and Isaiah Burr standing in his own end zone. Good leg by Parkey, and the Chargers will have it from the 25. Well, the NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to no fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. The 2017 Kia Sorento. Learn more at kia.com. Hanes, the Fresh IQ Advanced Odor Protection Technology. And by Bud Light, strike gold, and you could win Super Bowl tickets for life. Happy to have you with us in Cleveland, FirstEnergy Stadium. Spiro Dita, Solomon Wilcox, rest of our CBS crew. Wishing everyone a healthy and happy holiday season wherever you are. First and 10, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers with their second offensive possession of the game. Just over 5 minutes left in the quarter. Rivers goes through his reads, throwing it far side of the field, and it is caught. That's Benjamin again. Had a 50-yard catch on their opening play from scrimmage, this time a 15-yarder. And San Diego moves to James.
Travis Benjamin spent his first 4 seasons here with the Cleveland Browns. Always been a deep threat option with his speed. But when he can make catches like this in the underneath coverage and create yards after the catch, he's going to put up some numbers against his former teammates.
Kenny Wiggins onto the field has been announced as an eligible receiver. Keep in mind, no King Dunlap today. That has become a favorite target of Rivers. Good-looking one, forced out of bounds. I'll pick up a 27, and now a late flag is thrown. You see the jawing between Williams and Jamar Taylor. Again, our referee is Walt Coleman. So it's a pickup of 27.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 23, defense. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play. First down.
So Coleman announcing Joe Hayden as the culprit with the penalty.
Must have been away from the play. Oh, no, it was Taylor. It was Taylor who was in on the play and didn't see Joe Hayden in frame there at all.
Orlando Franklin is the injured Charger. We'll step aside.
Join my alliance and prepare for victory. Bring in the heavy artillery. That's how you strike. Mobile Strike. Download and play now. Free from the App Store.
This year, let's put a new spin on gift giving and go to a place with the best gifts and best brands all in one place. So all we have to do is pick out the perfect one or two. Make the most of our time and money and make sure it's exactly what they want. Let's put something under the tree that will get used all year. Right now, this Ryobi 4-piece Super Combo Kit is just $129. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
When your holidays have a Hemi engine, there's no faster way to trim a tree. The countdown is on. The Dodge Big Finish event ends January 3rd. Now get 20% off MSRP cash allowance on select 2016 Dodge Journey models in dealer stock.
Coming to CBS, a high-stakes game of hide and seek. Hunted, series premiere Sunday, January 22nd.
Chargers already without their starting left tackle, King Dunlap, knee injury. Now Orlando Franklin having his leg looked at on the sideline. So Kenny Wiggins, a third-year backup out of Fresno State, comes onto the field. The offensive line, Solomon, last year decimated by injury. This year they've been, up until last week, relatively injury-free.
Yeah, but you know, Phillip Rivers is used to guys rotating in and out of the huddle. 19 players on IR for the San Diego Chargers, more than any other team in the NFL.
The officials did correct that last call. It was, in fact, against Jamar Taylor. So 27-yard pass play, then they tacked on 15. First and 10, Rivers under heavy pressure, just throws that away. At the 500th pass attempt for Rivers on the season, 7th straight year he's gotten to that number.
Watch how heady Rivers is. He knows he's going to get sacked, but if he can get outside the tackle box right here, he can just simply throw it away, even if there is no receiver in that area. Once you get outside of the tackle
Browning,
box.
number 17, offense, 10-yard penalty, lost it down, second down.
So they're saying he never made it outside of the tackle box. And if you don't get outside the tackle, see, here is the tackle box right there. Let's see if he gets outside of that area. I know he was trying to. Okay, yeah, he didn't get outside of it. He's like right on the fringe, but you have to get outside that tackle box if you're just going to throw it away where there is no intended receiver in the area. Rivers was flirting right on that line.
So penalties already becoming an issue in this first quarter. Lively bunch of fans waving the call here in Cleveland. Right around the mid-30s as we come up on the final 3 minutes of this first quarter. 3rd and 20 now. From the Browns 28. Rivers with a sidearm delivery to Farrow out of the backfield. Farrow run out of bounds just shy of the 20. Forced out by Ed Reynolds, the second-year safety out of Stanford.
When you think about the spare parts that the Chargers have had to operate with most of the season, think about it. No Melvin Gordon, which we know is their ace #1 back, but without Danny Woodhead in the lineup, think about how many of those third down catches out of the backfield he would convert into first downs, and having to work with Farrow. And now here on 3rd and long, this is where the Chargers are really good at working those crossing routes with their wide receivers.
And so this now 3rd and 14. Mark it from the Cleveland 21. Rivers again under pressure. That catch is made by Farrow, but he is buried. Demario Davis, the 5th-year linebacker out of Arkansas State. And Ed Reynolds was the man applying the heat on Rivers. It's a loss of 4. And they will send out their field goal unit.
Yeah, watch Reynolds and Demario Davis, what we call that double A blitz. Both of them hit the A gaps. They're right on top of Rivers. He's forced to throw it quickly, but the tight coverage doesn't allow yards after the catch. It was just well executed, well timed by Ray Horton's defense. They're starting to apply some pressure to this Chargers offense.
43-yard attempt by Lambo, and this is good. So the San Diego Chargers drive stalls, but Lambo able to salvage 3 points to get the Bolts back in front.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are.
Let's look down, shall we? Oh, is that my feet in the water? Is this the beach? Am I dreaming? No, I'm on a weekend getaway.
This year at T-Mobile, the holidays are on us. For a limited time only, buy a new Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Plus, get unlimited everything with T-Mobile One. Hurry to T-Mobile and get your holidays on us.
Love smart solutions? Try the Philips Norelco Shaver 5000. Re-engineered to follow the contours of your face. It's twice as comfortable as our top-selling shaver. Be your best you. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco. Save up to $50 on Philips Norelco.
If you have a typical airline credit card, you only earn double miles when you buy stuff from that airline. Wait, is this where you typically shop? You should be getting double miles on every purchase. Switch to the Capital One Venture Card. With Venture, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase, everywhere, every day. Not just airline purchases. Seriously, double miles. Everywhere. What's in your wallet?
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Two pretty good opening possessions for San Diego. The last one resulting in a 43-yard field goal by Josh Lambo.
That's that fast start we were talking about. Keep in mind the Chargers have lost 13 of their last 16 road games. If you're going to go on the road, you're going to win. Get off to that fast start. Then defensively, you've got to be able to get turnovers to close out football games.
Alford will take a knee, and Griffin and the Cleveland offense will begin again from their own 25. New Year's Day on CBS. When someone is kidnapped, this is the team that brings them back alive. Catch the series premiere of the new thriller Ransom, Sunday, January the 1st, after 60 minutes, only CBS. Merry Christmas, happy holidays from Cleveland. Plenty of Chargers fans in attendance. There's Joe Thomas, we mentioned, headed to his franchise record 10th consecutive Pro Bowl. He's made it every year since they took him 3rd overall. The future Hall of Famer, who has endured a lot of losing here, continues to perform at a high level.
And his head coach, Hugh Jackson, said that he has been the most stabilizing force in what has been a most difficult season. Said through it all, Joe Thomas has never wavered. His leadership has been critical for many of the young players on this team.
One play call. This is Crowell. You know, he's in some pretty good elite company. Some of the all-time greats who have made 10 consecutive Pro Bowls in the history of the sport. Merlin Olsen was just so incredible for the Rams for a number of years. LT and Barry Sanders. Thomas, the future Hall of Famer, now a member of that list.
You know, what makes him great is he's a tremendous athlete at that tackle position. I played with a Hall of Famer in Anthony Munoz. Joe Thomas has that same kind of footwork, same kind of punch. His technique and his fundamentals are superior.
On 2nd and 8. One play called again. This is Crowell getting those legs churning for a first down outside the 40, a pickup of 14. We go to New York, JB and Bart.
Spiro Solomon, a special quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers has been near flawless. 12 of 13 for 163, finds Devontae Adams for the 20-yard score. Green Bay leads 14-3.
They're aiming for their 5th straight win and looking to set up a showdown with Detroit next week. Back to Spiro.
Oh, you love Aaron Rodgers, except for in Detroit. They see him playing like that, they get really nervous.
I had to wonder about the Vikings today. Of course, stuck on their plane last night for about 5.5 hours. Griffin will see this pass fall incomplete. You saw the receiver on the play, Corey Coleman, the rookie, get his feet tangled up inadvertently. Fans want a penalty, no flag. And it will be 2nd and 10.
He's running at the bottom of the screen. Take a look right here. That's going to be Coleman. Now watch, he's going to get tangled up with Trevor Williams. Williams runs right up his back, clips his heel, and knocks him down there. Now, Coleman's got speed to run down this ball. I don't know how it's not pass interference. I know it's incidental contact is what they're calling it, but it's unfortunate for the Browns.
Williams making another start. Craig Manger out for 2nd straight week. Sustained a stinger a couple of weeks back. 2nd down pass is caught. That's Duke Johnson, who's been so good for them as a receiver out of the backfield. Could be the final play of the quarter. With San Diego in front of Cleveland 10-7. Griffin's early numbers, 3 of 6, 20 yards. Still trying to get comfortable as he makes his 3rd consecutive start for Hugh Jackson and the Browns. End of the first in Cleveland. 10-7 Chargers will return after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Call me but love. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. My love is deep, the more I give to thee. 1,000 times good night.
Energy is a complex challenge. People want power. And power plants account for more than 1/3 of energy-related carbon emissions. The challenge is to capture the emissions before they're released into the atmosphere. ExxonMobil is a leader in carbon capture. Our team is working to make this technology better, more affordable, so we can reduce emissions around the world. That's what we're working on right now. Energy lives here.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are.
Abracadabra! Alakazam! Hocus pocus! It's not working!
Okay, Google, what's the magic word? The magic word is please.
Please!
Punted. Star Wars is back. Do not resist. The #1 movie in the galaxy is the most exciting blockbuster in years. See it now. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Rated PG-13.
Three-point lead for San Diego as we welcome you back to Cleveland FirstEnergy Stadium. Spiro Dita, Salman Wilcox, rest of our CBS crew. Ryan Galvin, our producer. Andy Goldberg, our director. Merry Christmas, Salman.
Merry Christmas to you too, and to our entire crew. The guys in the truck, the guys doing the work to set up everything in the stadium today. Merry Christmas.
3rd and 6. Griffin will work from the gun just inside their own 45. Griffin has time now under pressure, trying to escape, showing that mobility that has made him so dangerous early in his career, and he runs for the first down.
Wow.
What a play by Griffin.
That was Houdini-like. I thought he was going to be sacked in the backfield by Ingram. Watch number 54 coming around the back end right here. It looks like he's going to run into him. And watch this. He's escaped. Right there, I thought he was sacked. And then he steps up, and then he eludes everyone. Pops out, turns it into magic. Great play.
Here we go. Bosa also had a crack at him. But he's able to run 7 yards for the first down. Griffin on the run here, throwing and completing to Crowell. And, Griffin, I thought Salmon in our talk with him this week was very candid. He said, look, I'm not 100% healthy. I made the decision to return and try to play for my teammates. It was foolish to think that that bone was going to heal over the course of the season. So give him some credit for gritting his way through.
He missed 3 months of football with a broken shoulder. He said, look, I didn't want to sit on the sideline like some coward while my teammates look at me and we lose every game this season. He said, I came back to help us end this losing streak and try to win a ball game.
On 2nd and 5, they call another run play. Crowell looking for Daly. Hard stiff arm against the die. You see his run out of bounds there. 6 different quarterbacks that they have had to use this season with all the injuries that they've had to deal with. Of course, Josh McCown. But this is the biggest decision that this franchise will have to make, Solomon, at season's end.
Well, they played 6 different quarterbacks this season. They've started 4 different guys. It's just amazing in terms of what this team has gone through. Josh McCown, RG3, Cody Kessler. You've seen Charlie Whitehurst play for this team. But they've got to make a decision. I think they're going to go out and get a quarterback either way.
Griffin on 3rd and 5. That pass is caught. Johnson, first down and more. For a vicious collision, and 2 Chargers defenders are still on the ground. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. It was Denzel Perryman and Jaleel Adai. And you just hope that both are okay.
Yeah, you really do. Now, you're going to see a collision, but this move by Duke Johnson is Barry Sanders-like. This is what he would do to defenders. Watch this. And then he comes out of it, and then you see the 2 defenders collide. That's a wicked hit, but great move by Duke Johnson.
The most magical time of the year is also the perfect time to take home a new Honda. Like the Accord, the best-selling car in America. Hurry into the Happy Honda Day sales event, only at your Honda dealer.
These pizzas are the same, but depending on the day of the week, they aren't the same price. That's not right, so we're fixing it. Now you can carry out large 3-topping Domino's pizzas for $7.99 every day of the week.
There are some people you should give underwear to this holiday. And there are some people you shouldn't. You shouldn't give underwear to everybody, but for those you do, give them Fruit of the Loom.
I just see a black screen. What are you looking at? Crazy stuff, man. You gotta see this.
Hey, what is this? It's like some 3D virtual world. Can I see? Oh, yeah. Look at the moon.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Honda. Hurry in for great deals during Happy Honda Days. By Domino's. Order online at Domino's.com. Amazon Prime. Get free 2-day shipping on millions of items. And by Verizon. It's always a great gift on Verizon. Well, the good news for San Diego, both Perryman and Adai able to walk off. But Solomon, this was a vicious collision.
Yeah, it was. And looked like Adai took the worst of it from Perryman. I was just afraid that could be a head or neck injury. Both guys were moving around. They were able to walk off under their own power.
So the training staff busy on that side of the field. 1st and 10 meantime after a nifty play by Johnson. To elude that hit. Griffin throwing towards the end zone, and he's caught. Seth DeValve, the tight end, going airborne, and now he looks like he's shaken up. 22 yards. What concentration by the tight end. The rookie 4th-round pick out of Princeton.
Now watch this. This is against what we call single high coverage. So Robert does a good job of reading it, and there you're going to see Barnage coming off and hitting that seam. You see the center field safety, and then you got to jam it in there before the safety can arrive to put the hit on Barnage. Or DeValve, excuse me. Seth DeValve is able to make the play, and Daryl Stuckey gets the hit.
The Valve, who missed 4 games early this season with a knee injury, only his 9th catch of the year. As those Browns trainers now come onto the field, they took him in the 4th round out of Princeton.
He looked like Barnage running down the field. I thought we're so used to Barnage making those kind of plays. This kid held onto that ball and took a hit. That was just a remarkable play by the 4th round pick out of Princeton.
So it looks like the Valve is okay. He will walk off. Barnage comes back onto the field. But 1st and goal, and Solomon, a Cleveland offense that has struggled to score points, 13 or fewer points in 6 straight games. First time that's happened in the league since the 2011 Chiefs.
Well,
Robert looked pretty good.
Yeah, Robert's doing a really good job of reading the defense and making moves to get out of the pocket. We've already seen him escape and extend plays. We've seen him read the defense and throw the ball. We talked about timing and tempo. That's what has to happen here down inside the red zone.
10th play of the drive. Barnage, the man in motion. Hand off from Griffin, and it is Crowell in for the Cleveland touchdown. His 2nd of this opening half. And the Browns take their first lead early here in the 2nd.
Good mix of run and pass. Now watch this, kind of like that read option look, but eventually that ball's going to hit here. It's what we call splitting the defense. Whenever you can split it, look, they block down, they're able to wall off Denzel Perriman, who I didn't think read the play well at all at the 2nd level at that linebacker position, but they split the defense to get that rushing touchdown by Crowell.
So Griffin, with that nifty 1st down run, marches them 75 yards, 10 plays in just over 4 minutes, capped off by Isaiah Crowell's 2nd rushing touchdown of this 1st half.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid, free. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
The most magical time of the year is also the perfect time to take home a new Honda, KBB.com's best value brand. Hurry into the Happy Honda Day sales event and discover the Pilot, CR-V, and new Ridgeline. Right now at your Honda dealer.
Patti LaBelle. Yeah. Patty pie. Girl, that's $3.48.
Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pie, only at Walmart. $3.48 on rollback. Save money, live better. Walmart.
My father says there once was a good man in you. What did you do?
I got one guaranteed life, and I was gonna live it. Live by night, rated R, January 13th.
'Tis the season to be merry.
Who wants some eggnog?
Cause CBS has the #1 show.
Jingle all the way.
The #1 drama.
You are awesome.
The #1 news show. The #1 new comedy.
Merry Christmas!
And the #1 news program. Thanks for making CBS America's most watched network.
But Christmas came early for that big guy here in Cleveland.
Is that a turkey bone? That looked prehistoric.
He's gnashing that thing. You see the Browns' first lead for Cleveland, Solomon, hard to believe, since week 10. And the first time that they have scored more than 13 points in a game since October the 30th, and we are still early in the 2nd quarter. Burst will take a knee, and Rivers and company will have it from the 25. Week 16 continues later today on Fox, then tonight on NFL Network. Tomorrow, a Christmas Day doubleheader comes your way on NFL Network. And with our friends at NBC, Robert Griffin III, Solomon showing some steady improvement after he had to knock that rust off the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's been rusty after 3 months of inactivity of rehabilitating that shoulder. but he appears to be in sync. And I was here for the preseason where the offseason work really did show signs of improvement and development in his game. I think on these first couple of drives, we've seen some of that work come into play.
Orlando Franklin, who left the game earlier, is back for San Diego. This is Ronnie Hillman, activated last week for the first time since he was signed off waivers from Minnesota. Began the year with the Vikings. Last played for them week 11, and last week Hillman looked good. Joe Hayden and Ed Reynolds combining on the tackle.
Yeah, Hillman knows the offense. We talked about this last week. And remember, he had played in Denver when Mike McCoy had been the offensive coordinator there, so he knows the offense, should help in pass protection, and he's always been good at catching the ball out of the backfield.
Last season, his best year as a pro, just under 1,000 yards from scrimmage. A member of that Broncos Super Bowl team. Play action from Rivers on 2nd and 9 under all kinds of duress. That pass deflected and nearly picked. Intended for Tyrell Williams. It went through the hands of Ed Reynolds. Nearly had it around his shoelaces.
Rivers is so good at hanging in the pocket. Look at the pocket collapsing around him as the defenders get to it just as he releases the football, but it sails high over the head of Tyrell Williams, and I thought Ed Reynolds was going to intercept this ball. You intercept all tips and overthrows. It actually hit Reynolds in the foot. He's got to be able to locate that ball in the air and make that catch.
See what the Chargers have done on 3rd down in this kind of distance this season. In the upper third of the NFL, barely able to get the play clock before it expired, and that's Gates. How many times have we seen those two over the years? A pickup of 11 to the former Kent State basketball star. First down, San Diego.
Yeah, you know, whenever you have a linebacker in the mix on this crossing route, that's Emmanuel Ogbah. They stand him up, and you know he was used to having his hand in the dirt, at Oklahoma State. Now you see him chasing a future Hall of Famer like Antonio Gates. It's almost not fair to have the old guy working on the inexperienced rookie.
See what Rivers has done. 7 of 10, just over 100 yards already. He's about 100 yards away from getting to the 4,000-yard mark on the season. That pass for Gates, a little bit off target and incomplete. Pressure applied by Xavier Cooper.
Rivers does a good job. You know, he's not the most mobile quarterback, but just talk about a quarterback who knows the timing and rhythm of an offense and how to move in the pocket, to avoid sacks, to avoid negative plays, but still get rid of it and not take a sack. I think he does that as well as any quarterback in the NFL. You can see in the dropbacks while he's been hurried or maybe knocked down, he's not taking sacks.
Second and 10, that pass over the middle is caught. And we asked Rivers, who of course has 8 children with his wife Tiffany, how they handle the Christmas shopping, Sam. And they have 6 girls, 2 boys. Rivers says that his wife Tiffany was kind enough to just let him take care of the boys, make his life a little bit easier.
Yeah, he was real smart about it. Like, look, I take care of the guys, you can get them taken care of, but you know, he is such a wonderful player, but his home life in terms of who he is as a father and as a husband, he takes his role at home just as serious as he takes his role at the quarterback position on the football field.
Says his boys love football. They're easy to shop for. As they're home watching their father here on Christmas Eve. 3rd and 2. That pass is caught. That's Benjamin again. Streaking up the sideline. First down and more on the catch and run. And the former Cleveland Brown already with a big imprint on this game. A pickup of 10. First down, Chargers.
Yeah, you can see Benjamin's going to come here in motion. He's going to be on the left side of the formation. But they're able to get him out on the edge where he can use his speed and quickness to create yards after the catch. He's already caught one deep down the field, but you can see Rivers is spreading it around. Most of those big plays are coming from Travis Benjamin.
Benjamin had that 50-yard catch on the very first play from scrimmage. But some breather here. Kenneth Farrow split out to the top of your picture on 1st and 10. Rivers again working from the gun. He's going to take a shot near side of the field, and that pass is intercepted. Jamar Taylor. He'll stumble forward just shy of the 30 as Rivers throws his league-leading 19th interception on the season.
Yeah, Rivers didn't step up, didn't drive the ball. He had Antonio Gates down the field open. The underthrow is picked up by Taylor and the Cleveland Browns.
The most magical time of the year is also the perfect time to take home a new Honda. Like the versatile CR-V, a KBB.com Best Buy for 2016. Hurry into the Happy Honda Day sales event, only at your Honda dealer.
Your phone has been there for you. It's captured your memories, your best and worst days, your whole life, all from the palm of your hand.
But forget that whole piece of garbage because you just got a brand new phone and it's got everything except your photos. Ugh. So get the Google Photos app and all the photos on your old phone will be on your new phone automatically. Happier holidays from Google Photos.
Let's put a new spin on gift giving and go to a place with the best gifts and best brands all in one place. Let's put something under the tree that will get used all year. Right now, this Roby 4-piece Super Combo Kit is just $129, only at the Home Depot.
You deserve more. More savory. More sweet. More loving. Now get more choices on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu.
A fierce rivalry is renewed. 1, 2, 3, when the Ravens clash with the Steelers.
And in for the touchdown!
Anything can happen when Thursday Night Football is on Christmas. Ravens-Steelers tomorrow at 4:30, exclusively on NFL Network.
Well, Jamar Taylor, who never quite lived up to expectations in Miami, former second-round pick there, with his team-leading third INT of the season.
And Phillip Rivers continues to struggle throwing interceptions that are very costly, leading the league in that category.
Griffin's pass on first down is caught. Pryor on a streaking crossing pattern, a pickup of 18 right through the teeth of that defense.
I'll show you how poorly this ball is thrown. Taylor does a good job of staying outside, but look, he allows Gates to get on top. If this ball is thrown properly over the top, Taylor would not have been able to intercept it. Of course, it's underthrown, thrown more closer to him than it was to Gates. He has to be surprised. I know I am. I don't expect Rivers to underthrow his intended receivers when they're open down the field.
First interception by Cleveland, by the way, since November the 10th. One play called on first down. Nice job by Johnson to break the initial tackle. One out of bounds by Corey Legit. Denzel Perryman and Jaleel Adai, by the way, after that hard collision earlier, Solomon, have both returned. So great news for San Diego.
You know, we've talked to Rivers about those interceptions. He said each interception has its own story. And a lot of times, you know, it's not his fault. But on that one, I think he'll be the first to tell you that I can throw a better football. It's the turnovers that really have cost this team. They lead the league in giveaways. So when they turn the football over, it's really tough to go on the road and win games.
2nd and 13. That pass is caught. That's Barnage, the tight end. Salmo, we talked about the rust from Griffin in his first start back in week 14. What have you seen from him here so far?
I'm seeing the ball come out in a timely manner. When he drops back, when that back foot hits the ground, the ball's got to come out. And typically you only get 1, maybe 2 hitches with the ball. And at that point, in his mind, he's thinking throw or go. Ball's got to come out on that second hitch or take off and run with it, as we've already seen him do here in the first half.
Griffin on 3rd and 8. He'll tuck it away, try to run for it. He needs the 42, and he's got it. Second running first down from Griffin in this first half. This time he escapes for 9. And Cleveland able to move the chains yet again.
You watch the 2 hitches. When he hits that top of that drop, that back foot right there, look, 1, 2, now go. If you don't see anyone open, that's how the clock has to work in the head of the quarterback when he's working his progression. It's something that Hugh Jackson has desperately worked with Robert on, and now you're seeing it in the 3rd game back after that injury. You're seeing that timing is beginning to come back.
No, base over here.
On first down, that pass is incomplete. So far, Griffin has looked the best we've seen from him, certainly this season.
Yeah, he's done a really good job just getting the ball out quickly and even accurately. Good read right there on the read option and protected himself by sliding. And look at this, that Houdini-like move on Melvin Ingram to not only get out of trouble, but create a first down. And then the bullet to Terrell Pryor, making plays with his arm and with his legs, pass, rushing, and already over 100 yards total offense for RG3.
Beautiful read option decision. And plenty of open real estate for Griffin. 13 yards on another burst. And a 1st and 10 for the Browns.
And we talked to Robert. He said really his #1 goal is he's got to do a better job of protecting himself. And what did he tell us, Spiro, when we talked to him? When big men are around, get down. That's exactly what you saw him do there. These are the kind of smart decisions that's going to allow him to stay on the football field and continue to be there each and every week for his football team.
Yep.
On 1st and 10, Griffin's going to take a shot, thrown far side of the field towards the end zone. It's caught, but out of bounds. Corey Coleman, the rookie, and now the officials say incomplete. Landed out. Coverage on the play by Trevor Williams, the undrafted rookie out of Penn State.
This kid, Corey Coleman, you want to see him stay healthy because he can make a lot of football plays. He's a talented player. Yeah, he caught that one out of bounds. But you see the ref threw the hat. He said, yeah, he caught it, but he's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete.
Coleman, who they took 15th overall in the draft out of Baylor, missed 6 weeks with a broken hand injury. 2-time All-American. The Litnikoff Award winner last year. Trying to finish his rookie season strongly. One play called to Crowell. And just to get back to RG3, you know, Hugh Jackson, such a reputation, Solomon, of development and working with quarterbacks. It's unfortunate that they had missed so much time together with Griffin going down with the shoulder injury, but at some point, Jackson's going to rub off on RG3.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I saw him in the preseason. I saw him making so many plays. Now, this is the regular season. This is where the moments really count. Robert talked about being able to stay on the field, and if you can stay out of the rehab room and on the field and practicing each and every week, he is going to get better as a football player.
RG3 on 3rd and 7. He loses the sack initially, and then he is decked. Jatavis Brown, a former collegiate star at Akron, 5th-round pick. San Diego's 3rd leading tackler gets to him for his 4th sack of the season.
And we're seeing the Chargers adjust their ability to rush. And you can see Brown is just spying Robert right now. He was just spying him, and then they're rushing to contain and trap him in the pocket. And Brown still is able to get to the sack. And so Robert's going to have to pick up on that and make the proper adjustment.
So here comes Cody Parkey, a 49-yard attempt. 16 of 20 on the season from 49.
Team timeout. Cleveland. 30-second timeout.
So Hugh Jackson electing to take a timeout. And Parkey will think about it a little longer. Sunday, January the 22nd, 18 people will go on the run from a team of expert hunters. CBS presents the real-life thriller Hunted, premieres Sunday, January the 22nd after the AFC Championship game, only CBS. So here is Cody Parkey. We were in Miami, Solomon, for that Week 3 matchup between the Browns and the Dolphins that Parkey, of course, had just been signed a couple of days prior. Just incredibly valiant effort by the Browns. Parkey misses the kick late and wind up losing the game.
Yeah, he could have won him that game, but you and I both know they would not have been in the game had it not been for Parkey, because he did connect on several field goals earlier in the day.
Browns looking for their first win. Marker flies just after the ball was snapped. Parkey's kick is good. And now we will await the call from Walt Coleman. We promise it's coming. Appears to be on San
Illegal
Diego.
formation on the defense, covered up the center. That penalty's declined. Field goal is good.
All right, so the 3 points will count. 49-yard field goal from Parkey. And Cleveland builds on its lead.
They say 500,000 people watch the Boston Marathon.
Just moments ago, explosions near the finish line.
We got a possible suspect.
Is that the guy?
We're dealing with 2 bumpers.
Every inch of this city is getting searched.
We're tracking reports. He's on his way to New York. The world is watching. Clock is ticking.
They messed with the wrong city. Patriots Day, rated R.
So what would you like?
Can I have a 2017 Lexus LX 570 with dual screen entertainment?
Yeah.
If you're going to wish big at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get up to $2,500 customer cash on select 2016 and 2017 models for these terms. See your Lexus dealer.
January 2nd, get revved up. Monday comedies are back with new moves, new temptations.
I'm gonna give you one smoldering look.
New sights.
I am sensing a disturbance in my hair.
And new sounds. It's all new CBS Monday, January 2nd.
Now then we can go back to it.
Oh, it's the thought that counts. Spelling not as important.
Oh, look at that.
Little extra E there, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all. As we welcome you back to FirstEnergy Stadium here in Cleveland.
There you go. Did we get it?
17-10, Browns in front. 49-yard field goal by Cody Parkey. Boots it away from his own 35. Isaiah Burse will take a knee again. And Rivers will have it from the 25. Well, NFL on CBS is now CBS All Access. Stream your local games live. Just visit cbs.com/NFL now and try it for free. Spiro Ditas, Solomon Wilcots, rest of our CBS crew from Cleveland here in Week 16. Phillip Rivers, that interception on their last possession to Jamar Taylor, 19th pick. Solomon, that Rivers has thrown most of the NFL.
Yeah, his ability to protect the football is critical to their ability to come on the road here and win.
One play called to Farrow. Penalty flag is thrown. Couple of them behind the line of scrimmage. Danny Shelton, the man on the tackle.
Holding, number 76, offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, we mentioned the report earlier in the NFL Today. Jason Lockenfor reporting that Mike McCoy is likely to be relieved of his head coaching duties at season's end. Of course, led them to the playoffs in 2013. The Chargers saying that no decisions have been made.
Yeah, there will be an evaluation, I think, based on the way the season ended last year. Seems to be trending the same way this season, so certainly it's open to that kind of conversation, and they're going to make a decision once we enter the offseason.
A couple of fakes on the handoff. This is Farrow underneath, crosses the 25 and run out of bounds right around the 30. Well, McCoy, of course, led that 2013 team to the playoffs, which was a big surprise for many. Haven't been back since. And Solomon, when you look at the injuries that have decimated this team, guys that are key guys, foundational players, I'm just not sure what coaching staff, if any, around the league could have recovered through that.
Guys like Jason Verrett, Brandon Flowers, Jerry Atachu missing. But they went through some of these same kind of problems one season ago. And I think when you get a trend for 2 consecutive years, you know, the front offices, they're going to take a look at it and evaluate what they can do to fix it.
Of course, you add the stadium situation. That, of course, is the big decision that Dean Spanos has to make. He told our Scott Kaplan last week that he is, in fact, leaning towards Los Angeles at this point. But they did have a meeting earlier this week with the mayor of San Diego, Kevin Faulconer, and some of the other top officials, and they did say reportedly that some progress was made.
Yeah, but when you talk to people around the football team, they'll tell you that the two are unrelated. That if they do make a change at the head coaching position, it has nothing to do with a potential move to Los Angeles, and that there are both just two individual points of emphasis that needs to be addressed.
Well, that snap was muffed. You saw him kind of hitch it with the snap. Could be a false start penalty.
False start, number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
That's Spencer Pulley, and that could have been the best possible outcome after that bad snap by Pulley.
Yeah, here's the snap. Oh, yeah, he kind of had that false start on himself. You know, just in my opinion, to go ahead and weigh in on, I think Mike McCoy is an exceptional coach. I think he's a difference maker with the quarterback, Phillip Rivers. The offense is going to be good under his tutelage because he's always been good on that side of the ball. I think you've got to continue to allow him to coach this football team. They've got a lot of young players who we're seeing play well, get a lot of experience with many of those veteran players out due to injury.
Rivers on 3rd and 8, under pressure, hit on a release. That pass is incomplete. Benjamin asking for a flag. Nothing from the officials. As Rivers taking a beating. Somehow Solomon able to get the football to his intended receiver.
Looked like Jamie Collins unleashed a hit on Phillip Rivers right here, just as he was releasing it. That's what forced the ball to go off its direction toward the intended receiver, Travis Benjamin. Benjamin couldn't come down with it because the ball was thrown behind, but pressure leads to picks, and right now the pressure's starting to get to Phillip Rivers.
Another injured Charger. This time it looks like Joe Barksdale who's being looked at by the San Diego trainers. Back in 30 seconds.
Taking a holiday in Britain, are you, doll?
Well, the only place you need go
Is London.
is the Highlands, Manchester, Cornwall.
Wales. London's got the best of everything.
Cornwall's got the best of everything. Sport. Nightlife. Fashion.
Adventure. I'm telling ya, Britain
Is the only
place you
really need go.
Expedia, everything you need to travel Britain better.
The Chargers already thin along their offensive line. No King Dunlap today, a knee injury. We saw Orlando Franklin have to leave. He has since returned, and now Joe Barksdale will slowly and gingerly walk to the sideline. Barksdale, the former collegiate star at Louisiana State. Second season with the Chargers after coming over in free agency from St. Louis. So he is just one of a number, Solomon, of these offensive linemen that have struggled this season.
I think they've got to continue to upgrade this offensive line. If you ask me what's next for the San Diego Chargers, they've got to continue to improve the roster. I think they've done a good job. They've got some young, talented players that I've been very much impressed with. But this offensive line can use the infusion of top-notch draft picks on this offensive line to help with the run game, more importantly, to help with the continued protection of their veteran quarterback, Phillip Rivers.
Did see them use a third-round pick on Max Turk last season, but haven't seen much of Turk for the last draft, I should say. Fair catch signaled by Alford. Right around the Cleveland 25-yard line, a punt of 49 yards from Drew Kaiser. Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. We'll send you to New York. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Coward standing by. Get you caught up around the league in Week 16. All next on the Verizon halftime report. So Cleveland Browns team in the midst of this 17-game losing streak dating back to last season, have not won a game since Week 14 of last year. Right now leading the Chargers by a touchdown.
Now, we talked about the Chargers. They've lost 13 of their last 16 road games. If they come in here and say they lose to the Cleveland Browns, they become the first team this season to lose to Cleveland. I guarantee you they're going to have a conversation about coaching change and other changes that need to be made, because that would be a huge stain for San Diego in 2016.
One play called, such an unforgiving sport. You talk about the injuries and everything else that McCoy has had to contend with, but at the end of the day, it's a bottom line business and a business based on results.
Yeah, and that tells you how big this game is for San Diego. Despite the fact they've already been eliminated from the playoffs, you come in here and allow the Cleveland Browns to still a win and avoid going 0-16 on your watch. That's on your resume.
Griffin on 2nd and 10 has time as they keep it clean again. That catch is made. It's caught. Andrew Hawkins walking a tightrope on the sideline, streaking up the field. A pickup of 21 and a Cleveland first down.
Everyone who watches Andrew Hawkins play football, 5'7", 180, he plays with a purpose. And you can watch him. Anytime he has an opportunity to make a play, he is electric. And boy, does he play bigger than his size would suggest.
Type 2 diabetes? Listen up. We're not professional athletes, but that doesn't mean we're giving up.
I'm in this for me.
For me.
Along with diet and exercise, Farxiga helps lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes, lowering A1C by up to 1.2 points.
Do not take if allergic to Farxiga. If you experience symptoms of a serious allergic reaction such as rash, swelling, difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking and seek medical help right away. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems, are on dialysis, or have bladder cancer. Tell your doctor right away if you have blood or red color in your urine or pain while you urinate. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast infections in women and men, serious urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, and kidney problems. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have signs of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
I'm in this for my family.
I'm in this for me.
Ask your doctor about Farxiga and learn how you can get it for free.
So, you're a man of culture, or a man of adventure, or a man of culture who's out for adventure. You know when to hit the scene, or get far away from it, because it's all about striking the perfect form. Beach Yesterday with Phoenix 3 HR from Garmin.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day. It'll brighten all our ways when we keep on the sunny side of life. When we keep on the sunny side of life.
Injury update from the Chargers sideline. Matt Slauson, one of their heralded offseason free agent acquisitions, is questionable to return with a foot. So already no King Dunlap. Salmon, 3 of their healthy offensive linemen have had to leave this game at various points.
That doesn't help when you're trying to protect the quarterback and come back to win here on the road.
7-point lead for Cleveland. Griffin from the gun on 1st and 10. Goes over the middle. It's caught. It's the rookie Coleman. Hard, stiff arm. I'll give him an extra yard at the end of the play. Steps inside San Diego territory for a pickup of 6. And you like this kid. Hugh Jackson says he's exactly the kind of player and talent we expected him to be. Just missed those 6 games with a broken hand.
Like his ability to stretch the field and get beyond the defense. They're going to take another shot with him down the field now with less than 2 minutes here in the first half. They've got 2 timeouts, and so Robert has to work this 2-minute offense to try to put more points on the board.
Coleman, the 7th different receiver to make catches. You saw Griffin slinging it a little bit behind Pryor. Penalty flag thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Coverage on the play by Casey Hayward.
Illegal use of hands to the face, number 54, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, that's the 4th defensive penalty today against the Chargers. This time it's Melvin Ingram.
Was Ingram working against Joe Thomas over there? You know, Thomas could give you fits. Left side of the screen. Yeah, right there. See the face? Right hand to the face, I should say, of Joe Thomas. Thomas does such a good job of keeping Ingram away from his quarterback, and Ingram kind of lost his cool. Joe Thomas never loses his cool.
Griffin on first down. Underneath that pass is incomplete. You know, we mentioned Joe Thomas before, Solomon, going to his 10th straight Pro Bowl. I think one aspect, maybe the most amazing aspect of this guy that's not talked about nearly enough, he has never missed a snap since they took him 3rd overall in 2007. Entering today, over 9,700 straight snaps. It's just incredible.
Oh, my. That's something. There was one season, I think a couple of years ago, Mike Benton wanted to take him out at the end of the game. They were winning, beating Pittsburgh. He sent the guy back to the bench. He says, we're winning. I don't get to enjoy these kind of moments. There's no way I'm coming out now.
It's a great story. 2nd and 10. Griffin's going to take the shot, throwing towards the end zone near side, looking for Pryor. Incomplete. What a recovery late by Hayward. One of the reasons why he is headed to his first Pro Bowl in his 5th NFL season.
I can't tell you enough what a good job this is by Hayward, because I thought Pryor was on top. Pryor's getting the hand fight. He's winning the position battle, and the ball came down and hit him right on that right arm. Looked like he's ready to haul it in, but Hayward continues to just fight and claw to try to get that ball out. That's called letting them play, because both guys were involved in the hand fighting, but I thought the officials did a good job of allowing it to play out.
See his leading 7 INTs. One of the few bright spots for them. Defensively, that pass intended for Barnage is incomplete. It will be 4th and 10 as Hugh Jackson will send out his punt team.
Well, they tried to make a play. They did try to get down the field those final 2 minutes to Pryor. I was surprised they didn't run it with Corey Coleman. Probably will do a better job of getting deep. If they can get the matchup they want with Coleman on one of these Chargers corners, who's not named Casey Hayward, they might have a chance to make a play.
How about this? First punt today by Cleveland comes at the 1:32 mark of the 2nd quarter. Britton Colquitt has not had a touchback in his last 45 punts as he angles it nicely inside the 15-yard line. Fair caught by Isaiah Burst. Another reminder to keep it here, the Verizon halftime report. JP and the fellas standing by in New York. All kinds of postseason scenarios starting to crystallize around the NFL. And Solomon, we're all looking forward to the NFL playoffs in a couple of weeks. It is just around the corner.
It really is. It is something. That's what we get in the new year. We get into the NFL tournament. I don't know who's going to win it. Something tells me the Patriots are going to factor in there somewhere, and everyone else is fighting for that other position. But I love the way things are trending for Dallas. It'll be interesting to see if they rest the rest of their players since they have that #1 seed locked up.
Joe Barksdale, who left earlier, is back on the field. Rivers trying to deliver to Hillman, a little bit off target, incomplete. And it will be 2nd and 10 coming up. So buck 21 to play. Here is the AFC playoff picture. New England clinching that first round bye at 12-2. You see Kansas City at 10-4. New England winning at the moment, and Miami up as well. Chargers, meantime, will miss the playoffs for a 3rd straight year, 6th time in the last 7 years. As Rivers finds Inman. First catch for Dontrell Inman today. A pickup of 8. Chargers with all 3 timeouts. Clock running. We come up on the final 60 seconds.
Yeah, let's see if Rivers can create a big play. And this is where maybe the Chargers are really missing Keenan Allen.
The delayed handoff taken by Hillman. Looks like the Chargers are content to just run this clock down. It'll be 4th down here. Emmanuel Agba on the tackle. And now timeout taken by Cleveland. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Who's ready to tailgate? Yeah! You know, they say the pregame is almost as important as the game. I gotta agree. You guys have your football practice. That's for you. But this is how we get ready. Tailgating! Woo! Do you have a pregame ritual? Like something wacky you do? Like
You should just scream in the mirror. I'm hungry.
I'm on it.
Larry Culpepper, this is for you.
Oh.
In your face. I go down the pepper here.
That's it. That's it.
So 2 straight 3 and outs for San Diego since the Rivers pick earlier in the quarter. And the Browns will get it back. 1 timeout left and under a minute remaining before halftime. Alford backpedaling. He's going to play it from around his own 23. Crosses the field, crosses the 30, and takes a hard hit at around the 31-yard line. 55 yards in a punt by Kaiser, the Ohio native who grew up a short drive away from the Browns facility. And here comes RG3 as we take a look at their first 4 possessions. Salmon again, very impressive compared to what we've seen from them this season.
Yeah, they scored on their first 3 possessions. You talked about it. They did punt for the very first time in this game until 1:25 in the second quarter. That's what Hugh Jackson wants from this offense. And as long as I've known Hugh Jackson as an offensive coach, his offenses have always been very good, always tough to get off the field. We're starting to see some of those elements work for his football team today.
Hey, 52 the mark. You got a rain. Right here.
Fourthman feels the pocket collapse. Chargers give it chase and they get him. It's Joey Bosa. What a play by the 3rd overall pick and a former Ohio State star. A loss of 3, and Bosa now with 8.5 sacks on the season.
I watched Terrell Pryor come across the middle of the field right there and trying to get him open, but he can't. Hayward's doing a really good job of coverage, but then the pressure. Bosa's speed surprises Robert. He thought he could get outside and get to the sideline. Again, Robert's got to protect himself when big men are around. Get down is what he told us. Bosa and that athleticism is phenomenal.
Pretty incredible. Despite missing those first 4 games of the season, Bosa at 8.5 sacks on the season. Halftime at Cleveland, 17-10. The Browns in front. We'll be back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
CBS Tuesday. Celebrate the greatest performers of our time. Acting legend Al Pacino. James Taylor. Soul sensation Mavis Staples. Martha Argerich. And America's all-time super band, the Eagles. One night. One stage. One sensational show. Join all your favorite stars when Stephen Colbert hosts the Kennedy Center Honors. CBS this Tuesday.
Don't miss TV's most watched drama, NCIS CBS this Tuesday.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
This is Peloton, the indoor cycling experience designed to happen in your home. Only Peloton allows you to take high-energy live and on-demand studio cycling classes without having to go anywhere. Ride live with some of the best studio cycling instructors in the country. Ride flexible with thousands of on-demand rides. Ride connected alongside riders from all around the world. This is fitness evolved. This is Peloton.
Every week is a new box full of fresh, seasonal ingredients and step-by-step recipes so you can make dinner that's stirred, seared, topped, enticed, shared, loved, and delivered to perfectly fit your life. Get a free dinner for two on your first plated night. Visit cookplated.com.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
I'm James Brown in New York. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, all the scores and highlights as Week 16 continues in the league. The Verizon Halftime Report is next.
You here to buy the tickets?
Hey, buddy, you here for the tickets?
Yeah.
Dude, what's the password, man?
Oh, Coach Shanahan.
What were you thinking?
We're doing like a CD ticket deal instead of going to NFL Ticket Exchange.
NFL Ticket Exchange. 100% verified, authentic tickets from one fan to the other.
We'll see you at the games, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate you.
If we can reduce injury in automotive, hopefully we can do the same thing for synthetic turf. The goal is to reduce the forces that your body experiences from an impact with the playing surface. The shock pad goes underneath the artificial turf and provides an additional layer of energy-absorbing capability. The technology is made out of resilient thermoplastic materials that buckle and then recover for the next impact. We see the potential for the product to be used everywhere from youth soccer to the NFL.
Get the Verizon Halftime Report live online. Brought to you by Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
What do you say we dance tonight? Move along with me. Feels like love.
Watch every live, local, and primetime game on your phone with NFL Mobile. It's the best. And I'm the best. Exclusively on Verizon.
Bortles taking another shot, looking for Lee. Great adjustment. The catch. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Great with the handoff. And goes the other way. Lots of running room in that direction. Down the sideline for the touchdown.
Rivers has his man. It's Antonio Gates wide open for the San Diego touchdown.
This fashion-loving boss embraces his alter ego. New Boss Wednesday.
This is what I feel like when I wear regular shoes. Cramped and uncomfortable.
Mr. Long, you've been upgraded.
Which is why I wear Skechers wide-fit shoes. It's like first class for your feet. Try Skechers Wide Fit with air-cooled memory foam.
Oh, that's lovely.
So graceful.
The corkscrew spin, flawless. His signature move, the Flying Dutchman. Poetry in motion.
And there it is, the baby bird.
Breathtaking.
A sumo wrestler figure skating? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Heather saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
This is what I feel like when I wear regular shoes. Cramped and uncomfortable.
Mr. Long, you've been upgraded.
Which is why I wear Skechers wide-fit shoes. It's like first class for your feet. Try Skechers Wide Fit with air-cooled memory foam.
When I was first starting out as an engineer, I had to rely on my credit cards. The high interest rates were frustrating. So I looked for a smarter solution. With a personal loan from SoFi, I was able to cut my interest rates by 50%, and I'm saving over $8,000. Now I am back on top of my finances, and it feels really good.
A personal loan from SoFi is the smart way to consolidate debt. Get your rate online in less than 2 minutes. Visit trysofi.com.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. Get NFL Mobile to watch live, local, and primetime games, highlights, NFL Red Zone, and more, all without using any data, only on Verizon. I'm James Brown along with Tony, Coach Bart, and Boomer. We've got the highlights.
All right, guys, Jets coach Todd Bowles on the sideline after being hospitalized last night. A little smile before the game, but he's frowning now because Tom Brady is having quite the afternoon. Already 3 touchdown passes, 13 of 21, 171 yards. 25 TDs and 2 interceptions on the year. They lead 27-0.
The Dolphins go off to a hot start here. Kenyon Drake in the line.
Wow, nice move.
Out back to the outside, 45 yards for the touchdown. They went up 14-0, but a Sammy Watkins 38-yard touchdown catch makes it 14-7 at the half.
Yeah. Good effort. That's how you draw it up, huh? All right, Titans at the Jaguars. How about Blake Bortles, boys? This guy is playing outstanding in this first half. This pass right here goes to Marquise Lee for 21 yards and the touchdown, 18 of 23, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks for Blake Bortles. 19-7, Jacksonville's up. And then over in the NFC South, Atlanta against Carolina. Matt Ryan's going to drop back here, hit Joshua Perkins. Watch this throw, guys.
Nice. Holy cow.
Pass right there. 16 of 19, 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 different receivers for Matt in that first half. 20-3, Atlanta is up. Guys, we got an MVP arms race going on.
Yes, sir.
Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, and this guy, not the Grinch, but Aaron Rodgers. He's got 3 touchdown passes in the first half. He was 19 of 22, 268 yards. With those 3 touchdown passes, he also ran for 1, got a Lambo leap in there as well. He is off to a flying start. They lead 28-13 at half.
Boom, this is called ching, ching, ching. That's Kirk Cousins right there. He's got a touchdown pass and a touchdown run. An offense that has over 300 yards in the first half. And what you have is a 24-14 lead for the Washington Redskins.
It's a nice sound,
San Diego at Believeland. All Cleveland wants for Christmas is a win. And Phillip Rivers playing a role of Scrooge finds Antonio Gates, who moves 1 touchdown catch behind our own Tony Gonzalez. Isaiah Correll has 2 touchdown runs on the day. Cleveland wins, or leading, 17-10 at half.
They're hoping that
They hope that's a win.
And how about Robert Griffin? Robert Griffin III, I meant. How about Gary Barnidge right there? That was a perfect throw by RG3. He has hit 7 different receivers. He's playing really well. 10 of 17, 113 yards. This one, he has rushed. He took off on that one. He has 43 yards, which also leads the Cleveland Browns at the halfway point. He is playing some good football. You can't count these Cleveland Browns out just yet. They're looking for their first victory on the season, and it looks like they're halfway there. Robert Griffin III is the guy who's going to take them there if he can put 2 halves together.
I say one thing. This team has played hard all year. They've been in games. They just haven't been able to finish. RG3 is playing also for his football future. That's why it's important for him to finish strong and show leadership.
I think they like Hugh Jackson. I think they enjoy him. He's an upbeat coach, and look, nobody wants to go through a season winless. That's for sure. The one thing I will say is what we are seeing here in the first group of games in some of these situations, the division matchups, no matter whether or not you are going into the playoffs or you are not, the team that isn't in most cases, like the Jacksonville Jaguars, like the Minnesota Vikings, are playing loose and just bringing it. And by the way, there are 3 pretty impressive quarterback performances going on right now. Your boy, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, and of course, Tom Brady.
And for the Cleveland Browns, you are pulling for them to get that first win. But then again, you wonder with San Diego, talking McCoy leaving, talking about the franchise leaving San Diego, how much of that is playing into their play today as well?
No question about it. Division matchups key. Nice job by the NFL. The Verizon Halftime Report continues.
And there's 2 halves.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile without using any data. Only on Verizon.
As a control enthusiast, I'm all business when I travel. Even when I travel for leisure. So I go national, where I can choose any available upgrade in the aisle without starting any conversations or paying any upcharges. What can I say? Control suits me. Go national. Go like a pro.
Merry Christmas from Cleveland as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And the Cleveland Browns 0-14 in search of their First win of the season at first since week 14 of last year, up 7 on the Chargers. As we welcome you back, Spiro Dedes, Solomon Wilcott's back with you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Solomon, Cleveland playing ahead. They've had 4 leads at halftime this season right now, feeling good about themselves. What did you see in the first half?
Yeah, that score is not a typo. The Browns are beating the San Diego Chargers. I saw Robert Griffin III look really good in this football game, and Phillip Rivers did a really good job in that very first possession, which is what he always does. Take the Chargers down the field to score on their first possession of the game. It's the 9th time they've done that in their 15 games so far this season, and they get off to the early start, but their ability to run the football for the Cleveland Browns, Isaiah Crowell slashing off that right side of the offensive line to score a touchdown. He gets 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half of this ball game. The Cleveland Browns come out to put up a fight. Defensively, Jamar Taylor gets the interception on the underthrow by Phillip Rivers, and that would set up their team to take that lead. Now, Phillip Rivers has got to do a better job of just really hitting his targets, but his offensive line has to protect him. RG3 has been sacked 3 times in the first half. He's got to continue to make good decisions with the football. When to run, when to throw, when to get down.
And you can follow your favorite team all season long. Just visit itunes.com/NFL. So Phillip Rivers and company down 7 as Cleveland will have the football. Low bouncing kick off the leg of Josh Lambo. And returned by Alford, who has been very good for them in the return game, both on kicks and punts. 32 yards on the return. As RG3 back onto the field. Solomon, what about some second half adjustments?
Chargers got to run the football. They want to throw it. They've got to run it. They threw the ball twice as many times as they ran it in the first half. 9 runs, 18 pass attempts, and I think the protection started to break down. And then for Cleveland, you got to allow Robert to read and react to the defense. He's got to know when to get rid of the ball, when to run, and when to just get down and protect himself. Keep making good decisions with the football.
See Griffin almost exclusively from the shotgun, slinging it over the middle. This is Pryor. Pryor cutting back, looking for some extra yardage. That's his 2nd reception of the day. This one good for 11. And a Browns first down. As we take a look at the first half numbers from both teams.
See the rushing numbers without Melvin Gordon, without Danny Woodhead. I think that's where things begin to break down for the Chargers. They've got to run it better to have a more balanced offense. And then the 3 sacks, most of those have just been taken by Robert not knowing when to get rid of the football or maybe not extend the ball beyond the line of scrimmage when he takes off the run with it.
Handoff taken by Crowell. Approaching the 800-yard mark. Crowell, they say he stepped out of bounds. Boy, had a lot of room in front of him. Had he stayed in. We'll see where the officials will spot the football very close to that first down marker. And it will be enough for a Cleveland first down.
Crowell's so good. Look at the footwork here. Oh, that right foot stepped out as he tried to turn the corner. But nifty footwork, his ability to run the ball. The Browns right now are running the football far more effectively than the Chargers are.
Move! And that big game a couple of weeks ago against Cincinnati, 100 yards. And the loss to the Bengals. Pass on the run. This is Danny Vitale, the fullback out of Northwestern. And another Browns first down. A pickup of 15, another injured Charger defender. This is Denzel Perryman. We saw him nicked up in the first half. And now it looks like he's okay. We'll walk back to the huddle.
Yeah, they may go ahead and pull him off because he was down for a spell after making the tackle on Vitale. There's Perriman there on the tackle number 52. Kind of rolls over right there. Just kind of winces in pain. Can't really tell exactly what problem he was having when he went down on the ground.
It's Joshua Perry, the 4th round pick out of Ohio State. Grew up in Columbus, a little over 2 hours away here from Cleveland. And Now Perry comes off the field, so Cleveland has run 3 plays. They've got 3 first downs already. One play called, another read option. Good decision. Johnson still going inside the 10, close to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 23. Finally brought down by Trevor Williams.
Watch this. That's Ingram. See, he reads it poorly. He's got to stay up the field. I thought it was a good read on what we call the read option by Robert Griffin III. He read Ingram coming down toward him, hand the ball off to Johnson, who was able to get outside around the defense.
Good hard snap count by Griffin. Was he able to draw them offside?
Number 74, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
It's their rookie center, Cameron Irving, 19th overall pick back in 2015.
Irvin just kind of dragged the ball, didn't snap it crisply or cleanly, moved the ball, and you're not allowed to do that to force the defensive lineman to jump.
The kid they drafted to step into the role vacated by Alex Mack. Last season played mostly at guard. Called for a penalty here. Griffin throwing end zone, far corner. It is caught by Hawkins, but the officials say he's out of bounds. Griffin had him, but Hawkins just runs out of real estate.
Yeah, it's a bad throw by Robert. He's supposed to throw that ball toward the pylon, lead him away from the defender toward the pylon. It sails high and to the back end, but look how much room he has over in this area of the end zone. And that's where that ball is supposed to be thrown, but he throws him out of bounds. Robert knows he missed one because he had time, he had the protection, got to make the throw.
Crowell flex RG3 here, takes the handoff on 2nd and goal, cuts back inside the 10. That'll get him close to the 7. Eventually brought down by Perryman, a pickup of 6.
Well, that's just Crowell just making something happen by himself. They didn't have the defenders blocked. There were 2 defenders out there in front of him. He made them both miss to try to turn it into a positive play. You can see the Cleveland Browns are running the football today well above their season average.
Yeah.
7th play of the drive. Has chewed up more than 60 yards. 3rd and goal. Play action from RG3. Nowhere to go. Bosa giving chase. It's complete to Crowell. Of course, that out of bounds at around the 10, so they lose yardage on the play. Loss of 3. RG3 just trying to buy time and make something happen. Eventually, the tackle made by Perryman.
There's times when Robert gets out of sequence in the play. Okay, now you look to your left. You're not going to go to Coleman. Now look down the middle of the field. Now you keep pressing. Don't drift back with the ball and throw the ball late over to Crowell. The decision making has to be more certain, and that's what Hugh Jackson, his head coach, is saying, that we had the play over to your left side. Go ahead and live with it and take a profit.
Martin did it earlier from 49. This one from 27 is good. So the Browns build on their lead, up 10 over the Chargers on CBS.
I'm pumped you guys fly to Belize. What about Cancun or Jamaica? Could I swim with dolphins?
Yes to low fares to faraway places. Oh yeah, that's transparency.
Play Tecmo metal version.
This year at T-Mobile, the holidays are on us. For a limited time only, buy a new Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Plus, get unlimited everything with T-Mobile One. Hurry to T-Mobile and get your holidays on us.
I got something in motion, something you can't see. This music is my healing. This music is my healing.
A lot of bravery shown by those fans. Temperatures right around the freezing mark. As we welcome you back to Cleveland, happy holidays. Cody Parkey, 27-yard field goal to get the Browns lead to 10 as we play early stages of this third quarter. RG3, 13 of 21, $137. No touchdowns, but has not made any mistakes on it. No picks yet. And he has looked by far the best we've seen from him in his 4 starts this season. Parkey booted away from his own 35. And this will be Burst once again taking a knee to get them to the 25. Well, on Tuesday, the Browns' Andrew Hawkins was joined by Browns teammates and staff and the Cleveland Police Department for the 3rd annual Christmas takeover at the Cleveland College Prep School. They surprised 300 students and teachers with Christmas gifts and a $10,000 donation for new technology for the school. Great community outreach, which a lot of teams do, Salmon, around the country at this time of year. Nice job by the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns are an important part of this community. They want to win desperately here in Cleveland. Starts by just playing good defense here in the second half against Phillip Rivers.
Rivers and company back onto the field. This is Hillman, who's been quiet till this point. And the first half possessions tell kind of a dull story for the Chargers after that early impressive scoring drive.
Well, they were able to score on their first 2 drives. The interception by Phillip Rivers on that 3rd possession, that's where things began to unravel because they would go 3 and out on the next 2 possessions.
That was his 18th hit of the season as Hillman is buried again right around the 25-yard line. Again, no Melvin Gordon if you've just joined us. The hip and knee injury sustained a couple of weeks ago. Back in week 14, they're hopeful that he could potentially come back next week. Just short of 1,000 yards on the season.
You know, we talked about the loss of Melvin Gordon and many of the other running backs, Danny Woodhead, but also without Brandon Oliver, who could make plays in this offense.
Woodhead, such a loss, especially for Phillip Rivers, so huge for him in the passing game the last couple of seasons. 3rd and 10. Barely able to get off before the play clock expired. Rivers pass is caught. Beautifully thrown to Tyrell Williams. 1st down and more. A pickup of 20. As Williams comes across the field, Rivers finds him in stride.
It's those crossing routes. They try to pick off the defenders. Take a look at the left side of your screen. That's where you're going to see Williams comes right there, and he's already has a step on the defender. Look at this throw with pressure in the face of Rivers. Emmanuel Ogbah was right in the face of Rivers. He still delivers tremendous strike. Throws like that will get Phillip Rivers and this offense going.
Williams out of Division II Western Oregon, earned a roster spot last season. Hung around Malcolm Floyd all year, a guy who really influenced him. A young kid starting to develop. Rivers slinging it again, and that pass is caught. Hard hit taken by Williams as he slides to the ground. It was Tremont Williams with a hard smack, a pickup of 16.
Wow, what a throw again by Rivers. He's reading the defense. He's picking them apart. Look at that throw. Very tight window, and what a job by Williams to hold on to that, because, yes, he does take a lick. Gonna feel that one.
And that is a hard playing surface with temperatures right around the freezing mark. You see Williams trying to collect himself. Chargers go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10 inside the Cleveland 40. Play action from Rivers under duress. Rivers showing the escapability against Salmon. He's got that kind of old man ability to get away despite the lack of quickness. As we go to New York, JB and Bart.
No give up in Buffalo.
LaShawn McCoy is showing his exceptional quickness and vision as he takes it in 14 yards for the score. Miami leads 21-14.
6:46 left in the 3rd. Back to Spiro.
How about Shady with the shimmy and shake? Pretty good. Saw him do that to the Cleveland Browns defense last week.
Shady showing a little shimmy. Impressive. Here in Cleveland, 20-10 Browns in front. Week 16 as Cleveland looking for its first win on the season. Rivers hoping to have something to say about it. Fires and completes. That's Inman. Inman coming across the field. It'll be a first down. San Diego, a pickup of 16.
Watch him and working to the out route against Joe Hayden. We said Hayden's playing with the 2 injured groin muscles. Will need off-season surgery when the season's over. So it's tough for him to play at the normal high level we're accustomed to seeing for Hayden. But Hayden, I think, was just content to keep Inman in front of him and allow him to make that catch without giving up the deep ball.
Injury update, Kenneth Farrow, their starter today for a second straight week, questionable to return with a shoulder injury. So Hillman now becomes their lone healthy running back. They do have Derek Watt at the fullback position. We could see some of Watt here down the stretch, but the team already very thin at that position gets a little bit thinner.
And that's important because now what it forces the Chargers and Phillip Rivers to be really one-dimensional in their offensive attack. They've got to drop back and throw it to get back into this ball game. The defense should know that and apply pressure. Remember, for the last 2 weeks, Cincinnati and Buffalo each rushed for over 200 yards against this Browns defense.
Chargers have been very good on their opening drives of the second halves of games this season. Trying to continue that trend here as we move under 7 minutes left in the quarter. Rivers under pressure, steps in front of it, will throw end zone, incomplete. There was no Charger in the vicinity. Gates was the closest man there. And Tramon Williams was there for Cleveland.
Now watch the pressure. They get to him, but Rivers just climbs the pocket. He almost as if he has eyes in the back of his head. He can feel them coming in from the blind side. He just tries to throw it away. See, that's Jamie Meter clawing at his heels. He tries to throw it away. He was hoping to maybe get a pass interference, and the receiver read what Rivers wanted from him, and maybe he would have gotten the contact.
See Gates lined up off the line of scrimmage towards the top of your picture. Play clock down to 1. 3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz. Rivers throwing end zone, looking for Gates, and there's the flag. They say that the contact came prematurely from Jamar Taylor.
Pass interference, number 21. Defense, foul occurred in the end zone. Will place the ball at the 1-yard line. First down.
This is what Rivers wanted on that previous pass attempt. And, you know, Gates can read them appropriately. Rivers just lays this up, and he says, hey, it's a 50-50 ball. Gates is either going to come down with it, or the defender's going to interfere with him, playing blind and not finding the ball was Jamar Taylor. Rivers did a good job of just setting up the opportunity to make a play.
19-yard penalty. Keep your eyes here on Gates and the rookie Hunter Henry, who's tied for second among all rookies in touchdown catches this season. He's been so good for them. 7 touchdowns, all coming in their last 10 games. As now Cleveland will burn a timeout.
Cleveland.
So 6:43 to play in this 3rd quarter. In a 10-point game. Tomorrow, a holiday gift from 60 Minutes. A front row seat to the Broadway hit Hamilton. Tomorrow, only CBS. So 2 long extended possessions, Salmon. 1 for Cleveland, 1 for San Diego to begin the second half.
Cleveland Browns in great position now. Their defense is going to have to make plays. You know, as long as they've got Phillip Rivers, they're going to be in game. We've seen them take it right down to the 4th quarter and make it interesting, but they've lost a number of games in the final seconds, and they've got to continue to score in the 4th quarter, which they haven't done well mostly this season.
1st and goal, run play. This is Hillman. Stopped short of the end zone. Good push by that front 3 for the Browns. Looks like Orlando Franklin, who left this game briefly earlier, is once again slow to get to his feet.
We talk about this team needing to score here, how good they've been.
Please put 6:28 on the game clock, please. 6:28.
add some time to the clock here, but Chargers have been good on that first possession in the second half. But after that, Spiro. Okay, we'll let Walt Coleman give him the third mic in the booth, right?
Trying to get sorted through. Keep in mind, Chargers, as we mentioned earlier, already down. No King Dunlap today. They're starting